All right. Today I wanted to talk about how early access games are better than the AAA industry. They appear to be heading in the right direction. They are the future. With Silksong coming out, it was originally a Kickstarter title. The fact is, a Kickstarter title lets it have a more independent creation aspect to it, so they don't have to worry about whatever publishers they're responding to. Some other examples where Minecraft back in the day, you could play or purchase the beta and alpha and play it as it developed over time. And another more recent example of Pal World, which I believe, is still in early access. This is another presentation by your boy Asim Luigi. Thank you for coming. So, here's a scenario. Let's say you're going to a restaurant. You browse through the menu for an item you like. You order spaghetti and you pay an extra $20 to $40 for the early access fee to get it a few hours earlier. Uh, they end up giving you uncooked noodles and a jar of sauce. That's like an accurate representation of the modern day AAA game. So, like the Tony Hawk Pro Skater game that came out, you could pay the extra money to get access to the demo. Many of the AAA games are going in the direction of you're getting the game earlier than other people, which essentially it's not the same as the early access games that I care about. And this is sort of the mistake that early access games 10, 15 years ago were running into, of just releasing hot garbage earlier for quick infusion of money and then like pump and dumping the game, essentially. This leads to a lot of half-assed products that look like cheated homework from other AAA games. Things like battle royales, useless skill trees, the same health bar UI, power scaling. You need to be the right level to do the right amount of damage. Artificial difficulty. The meme of Elden Ring back in the day of just all these crazy, like a the revive icon. You have the building blocks from Fortnite. You've got a mini map in the bottom right from Far Cry. This is what the average AAA game looks like. It's a conglomeration of mechanics that don't necessarily fit together. It was just them trying to match a pattern. And another reference I wanted to make a point out of was this Silent Hill 2 remastered idea. They have the James Sunderland level. There's XP, there's a login rewards, an ammo counter, flashlight battery. Just a whole bunch of mechanics that weren't in the original. Point being that they're all trying to make the same games these days. Auto saving, please don't turn out the console. That's pretty funny stuff. Now, what do I mean by early access? There's some examples of Kickstarter games. Previously mentioned the Hollow Knight was a Kickstarter game. Baldur's Gate 3, although it's AAA quality, originally started as an early access title. I bought it early on. It was pretty good. Only had access to the first act back at the time though, so you technically had the opportunity to give them some feedback, but not across the whole game, which was a little unfortunate. GTFO was also a early access title. That one's a bit more interesting because it was a seasonal based game. Every couple of months they'd release a batch of content and the game would be in a new season. You couldn't access the old content. Now that it's fully released, they ended up making it so all the older content is playable again. Yeah, some early access games are scams. You have the opportunity to research the game, what mechanics they have. Your dollar and feedback has more value to these early access titles than your Activisions or your Bungies. Those guys don't really care about your individual dollars. And the early access games are at least acknowledging that, hey, our game is in an unfinished state, instead of your AAA studios that just ignore your complaints about optimizations, about performance, about gameplay bugs and whatnot. They just don't care. As long as you bought the product, it's out of their control. They don't care about what you want. The AAA industry is afraid of innovation and risk. This has been increasingly more apparent as they copy the same mechanics from game to game. They have been releasing the same franchises for decades now. And an easy way to see this is just look at all the remakes and remasters of the last 5-10 years. They don't even want to make new sequels. They just want to remake the old ones. Video game companies hate you and every game you like. In my opinion, that is the only logical thing that makes sense. That these companies do not like you, what you want. They're trying to give you the bare minimum product. As long as you buy it, it does not matter how terrible it is. And they know you will buy it eventually. So really just stop giving the money. Even if it's a franchise you are still interested in and you're trying to find more opportunities for them to say, hey, I like this, I want more of this, it doesn't really matter, because they're just going to water down the franchise over time anyways, and it won't be what you want anymore. They have a habit of making the same games over and over again. Recently, the most critical, or the most common copied idea is the extraction shooter genre, with the rise of Tarkov, Hunt the Showdown as another good one. Every AAA dev's trying to get their hands on the extraction shooter genre for... I'm not even sure I understand why. It's kind of a hardcore genre. No, not many people are going to be that interested in brutal games where you lose your stuff. I couldn't get into it. I know it's going to have a higher entry barrier than something like Battle Royale, which that kind of makes more sense that they start mass copying the Battle Royale genre. It's more casual, more easy to just drop in and drop out, and less punishing. Then before Battle Royale, they were all working on the hero shooter, going after the Overwatch market. I'm not even sure Overwatch makes the most sense to be called a hero shooter. It's that game and Marvel Rivals are kind of a new genre, and hero shooter isn't really the greatest example of that. Point being, many hero shooters exist where, yes, characters do have some minor mechanics that they can use, but the core gameplay mechanics of shooting is way more important than anything. An example would be Rainbow Six Siege. Black Ops 4 was like that. The Battlefield 2042 has heroes that it doesn't really matter a whole lot. They do have unique mechanics, but they don't dramatically affect the game. Another thing is these companies, they will keep releasing the same franchises over and over. I 100% believe your money does not matter in those franchises anymore, because new people are coming in and buying them anyways. Like, there's always more people buying the sports game every year. I don't think anyone would be able to recall the older sport games. Not that I'm one of those monsters that play sports games, but those like skateboarding games or snowboarding, SSX on tour. Those kind of sport games have kind of died out, which is interesting to know. I honestly believe if people stop buying those games, they will still get made. If not every year, maybe they will move to one every 2 years. They won't stop existing. And because of that, your opinion does not matter. Whatever dollar where you take your spending, it does not matter to these companies. New people are coming in to buy them and to make up the difference. So I've mentioned that money is important to these developers. That is even more important for those smaller early access companies that are looking for revenue to get going. Hence the early access games. So with your money comes a stronger amount of voting power. You can do and affect what you can try and get more out of the games you love or are interested in order to steer it in the direction that you'd like to see it go, which is refreshing. You try to talk to any of these bigger companies, they're just going to blow you off. They don't care what you think. They're just going to keep doing the same slop every release, every game.
Rick, have you ever heard the expression, the customer is always right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, here I am, the customer.
That's not our policy. You have to order something from the lunch menu.
I don't want lunch. I want breakfast.
Yeah, well, hey, I'm really sorry.
Yeah, well, hey, I'm really sorry, too. Rick, could I have my breakfast, please?
Yes, sir. Sheila?
So why does early access work? I believe honest feedback is impossible for those AAA companies. For case one, I've thought about is the whole toxic positivity movement. Let's say you are a game dev and you have some player that it's either they are at the same company testing your game or they are some partner that you are signing that work off to bug test and play through a game. Both of you have a strong interest to maintain your job, so you're not going to say anything that's going to risk that. You're going to be more of a yes man than a no, this is dumb man. And because of that, everyone's got a gun to their head being their jobs at stake if they slip up and say something that hurts someone's feelings. Feedback case B that I thought of was these companies listen to the wrong communities. It's very easy for them to start looking at the wrong, like, Twitter groups or like Tumblr, Kotaku, the game journalists. These devs will be looking at the people that are loud voices that do not matter in the grand scheme of things. They will ignore the average player's complaints. This game looks woke. The art style is not appealing. It looks generic. It looks really, really gay. I don't care about, or maybe the players do not care about the diversity, equity, and inclusion stuff. And when they see that in games, they complain, but those devs are going to ignore those complaints because they're not the right ones to listen to. Feedback case C. You have already bought the game. If you have already bought the game, the company does not really care about anything else. They did their job. You bought it. It's out of their hands. They got the money. You've got the product. But the nice thing about this is there's no longer an incentive to be a yes man. The players can be critical, and the devs can listen. As the player that bought the game is obviously a part of the target audience, so their opinion is going to matter for future design decisions that someone is actually enjoying or invested in the game numerically. But the other branch of this is for the AAA industry, they wouldn't they really don't care if you die in a ditch or not after you buy the game. So those bigger companies don't really want to listen to criticism at all, whereas the smaller ones are trying to make more money because they need the money still. Feedback case D. Let's say a woman gets involved. This is probably the worst case possible because you get things like the Helldivers 2 situation where the community manager kind of goes AWOL, hating the chuds for not liking DEI or trans stuff in their game or community. EA was in a lot of fire back in the day of accept it or don't buy the game. You know, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Which, if you're trying to sell a product, doesn't make any sense. The rebranding of studios to hide or make it seem like they're turning over a new leaf when they're not could be another example of how I would describe a woman gets involved. The Ghost of Yote seems to have started doing this too, of having if you don't like it, don't buy it. So a woman gets involved, it's probably not gonna look good. In conclusion, support the games you are interested in. The AAA game industry wants you to own nothing and be happy. Here's a picture of some Luigi guy. I don't remember him at all, and I've got some of the headquarters screenshotted on here because I thought it'd be a little bit of information that could be shared. And this is not me making a claim or asking for like a call of action here. I just have 3 pictures here, unrelated. Also, here's a list of a lot of games that I've personally invested in that were early access. I've been pretty happy with the titles I have invested in. They matched whatever I was looking for, or they seem promising to me. And I'm trying to encourage companies, developers, whatever, to start making more of the titles I like. Because at the end of the day, the money will lead other people in the same directions, and also seeing a great product will inspire others to make similar great products in the future. I wanted to apologize for the audio quality again. I swear I will fix this or figure it out for the next recording session I have. I think when I played or did my stream, I undid the recording changes I made, and or I didn't fix it at all because I can't say that. Anyways, if you like the video, please support the channel with the free donation of a subscription or an upvote or downvote or a free comment. Any interaction helps support the channel. Yeah, I thank you for your time.
We're just screaming, no, no. And the dude is just in shock
Oh my god!
with this Indian's reaction.
Ooh. Yeah, I played Hollow Knight for 5 hours. That's enough.
No!
Maybe even 6.
This is harder than the fucking Trail of Tears of the first game, dude.
AI, an Indian person, API,
You might just be a
person,
DD Blood.
India, LLM, low-cost labor in Mumbai, AGI, a genius Indian, GPT,
Ooh, that's brutal.
Guwadi,
He
professional.
made it
type-
all the way up. And then it just had a troll enemy sitting there.
Aw.
Pyro did this in 1 try. My lovely
I
Pyro.
doubt it.
Who the hell is
no,
Pyro?
don't try and take it back.
1 try.
My love Pyro, ZRV.
My lovely Pyro.
2025. No, he said my love first.
No, I said lovely.
No, you said
Uh-oh.
my love and then corrected yourself.
Uh-oh, Zerby's got his
You know-
dick out for Pyro.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, ZRV can't help it when he
Dude,
saw him
I
cross
swear to Christ, I get up there and it's not a required objective. I'm gonna
Everything
kill
you say is
myself.
true. Every word that comes out of your mouth is true. Whatever you say, man.
This looks brutal.
I'm gonna die. Oh no!
I don't
It is a DSP moment. It's over.
I mean, this actually does look difficult for some reason. Like the hitbox ain't working on that last one.
No, it's a purposefully difficult angle.
It's almost like you need an upgrade.
Yeah, probably.
Oh no!
And it's completely your fault.
Look down. Oh my god! Can't
So
do this.
just play the game with the key with the controller.
With the controller, it's all
Please tell me there's something super good up there and I'm not wasting my time.
We'll see.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna give up.
Just give up. Come back later.
No, sir, you love Silksong, sir.
Dude, how did I get up
Prove you're
there
better than Pyro.
so many times?
Come on, Pyro is winning.
Yeah, Pyro is winning. Yeah.
You did it
So, guys,
perfectly
we
the
did
one
it.
time, and then you got
We
knocked
reached
down.
on top of the annoying parkour section.
It's over.
It is over. It's never. We're never gonna win.
This is the jump thing he was stuck at for 10 minutes.
Who?
Pyro?
No, he was winning.
No.
Also, your enemy, Moist Critical, was like, "This is the easiest Bachungus parkour
I
thingy
can't
ever,"
do it!
and Asong can't do it,
I can't do
and that's
it!
funny. But don't bully Asong, because don't send any hate. 'Cause that's awful. You don't want to be a bad person. There you go.
Yes.
You darn Bachungus, you
I'm
did it.
so scared that it's not a dead end. I'm so scared I'm gonna die and had to do it again.